Okay, here's another nice young woman who got out of the rat race and is running her own life so she could have time with her family. Man, and the reason what motivated her to do this was the job was making her sick. You know, that's the problem. I think large organizations were working for other people who were, you know, don't even know why they're working. They just need the money so badly, and they'll do anything the boss says they have to do, and then they push that pressure down on the people working for them, and the people working for them goes down. Nothing about the customer that you're providing the service to or whatever, or trying to create a community where it's loving and you like being next to people that are loving you and taking care of you, or watching out for your back instead of just trying to screw you over and get more money from you, or get the raise that you should get, and things like that. Man, it's toxic. So much of our workforce is like that. And I think I'm sure there's a lot of ways to get out. One way is to create your own income, you know, and do that. And to do it in something that you think is enjoyable for you to do. Like you love doing something, so you could share that love with somebody else who appreciates it and give you money for that. Man, what could be better for that? You know, I mean, that's why I think the whole thing in life is pleasing someone else. I mean, that's what, to me, commerce is all about. You're pleasing somebody else. So if you're doing something you love doing and you show it and you want to do it so well for somebody to take, to enjoy it too, and if they do, they give you money, rewards back, and things like that. And that's a wonderful way to live. I know it sounds utopia, but it doesn't have to be. You have to take some risks like she did. She finally got out of that job that was making her sick. After all these years, she studied, you know, social work, you know, and man, I mean, that's draining. So she started knitting and things like that, and making quilts. She didn't even know how to do it. She tried herself. And after a year or two, she started putting something online on these, you know, websites, Etsy and Amazon Handmade and stuff like that. Man. And so now she's got a booming business, able to quit her job and everything. So it took a year or so. Learn to craft something that she really wanted to do. Who cares if it took a year or so? I mean, everybody wants it. Well, I want to buy next Thursday and make $1 million. No, nothing's. It may happen, but most of us, it's not going to take that. You know, work that quick. It's going to take time. But what else do you have? I mean, if you don't start now, what'd you do last year? Boy, years, at least at my age, they go by like sand, man. And if you don't start doing something now, you're going to be in the same place without doing it. You have to take that little step. And that's why now on the internet, there's so many ways. She started this with no money. And now she has a full-time career making something she loves, giving it to people who love what she does. They give her money. She stays at home with her child. Man, I don't know about you, but what could be better than that? You want a bigger house, a good $1 billion house, or what for? You got to clean the whole goddamn thing and worry about it. No, to me, it seems, you know, without getting caught up in buying stuff, is to be with people you love, you know, and do work you love doing. Now it's more possible than ever. Watch this. Amanda Lanier and baby Maya. Hi, Maya. But it's really heybabycraftco.com is your baby, your other baby, your first baby before Maya. But more importantly, you were motivated to do that business so you could be with Maya all day, huh?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I get to quilt and hang out with her all day.
That's wonderful. And you just started like what, 2 years ago or something?
Yes. Yeah, not even.
Wow. And you just bought a bunch of fabric. You like doing quilt, and your job that you had, like a regular job, you were a social worker, which is, you know, very important work in this country, I think. I mean, we need, you know, and how are we going to keep more people doing social work? But it is draining emotionally, and you were feeling that and felt you had to get out of that, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and I just needed something that was a little calmer, and so I went the total other direction, and now I sit in silence and quilt all day.
So you were doing this as like own personal therapy at first. Like you said, oh, I'm going to do a quilt, and you found that, hey, this makes me feel happy just doing quilts, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I made one for my nephew and just loved it. I loved it. And so, like I said, I started sending them to my sister, and my sister was like, "You got to find another place to get rid of these quilts because we can't take any more." And so I put them on the internet, and people really responded to them, and so now I get to hang out with Maya and quilt.
Wow. But I mean, just after a year or so, I mean, you're on Etsy, it's a big site for crafts, you're on Amazon, but Martha Stewart found you, too.
Martha Stewart found me. I have been a finalist for her awards the last 2 years, and somebody found me on there, and now I'm in the American Made Market, which is now on, so I get to do both now.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, and you didn't even, did you know how to quilt before or what?
No, I didn't. My grandma is a quilter, and so I've watched her quilt forever. She's an amazing quilter. And no, I didn't know how to use a sewing machine.
Wow. You didn't even know how to use a sewing machine?
I did not know how to use a sewing machine, and my friend taught me, and yeah.
Right. See, I mean, that's right. You build a business out of not knowing anything, very little to no money to do all this stuff. Never did it before. I mean, people think they need a PhD in the topic in order to do anything.
I had probably $500 in savings, and I just bought a bunch of stuff and gave it a shot. You know, nowadays you can get websites for pretty cheap. Like, you just do the templates and
nothing.
You pay like a monthly thing,
and, $20 or whatever.
Yeah, and then we just did it.
But I mean, the stuff looks wonderful. I guess a lot of people are using them, you know, for baby gifts and things like that. But it's a wider, you know, product line than just baby blankets or whatever.
Right. We do baby quilts. We do mobiles now. That's new.
I mean, like fabric mobiles, or what are they?
It's like felt leaves that hang from cherry tree limbs that are wrapped in yarn.
I see.
And I made one for her while I was pregnant and just loved it. So I put them on the website. And then we also have full-size quilts, and we do custom quilts as well.
You do custom quilts. So I could call up and say, I want a quilt with question marks on it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, shouldn't I? Yeah, wow. you can request whatever you want, and I do custom embroidery as well. I can personalize them. I can do anything.
Wow. But, you know, reading some of your background and everything, I mean, you say you love doing this. I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it is. That's why I love my work so much, and I feel so embarrassed that I enjoy work so much.
I do. You know, at night when I'm just hanging out with the family and all that, I'm like quilting. I'm just sitting there and I enjoy it. I'm not over it yet. I guess at some point I'll feel like it's work. Right. But right now it's really fun, and the thing is I get to be really creative, and I get to do new stuff all the time. And with custom orders, people are like, I want this crazy thing and this crazy thing, so I get to challenge myself to.
You know, it's funny that in the traditional workforce, it seems like nobody shows love to each other. You know, I mean, we just, you know, have to be very professional, you know. And we spend half our awake day in this job that really nobody shows any love for you. Yeah. I mean, would you marry somebody like that, or, you know, and spend the other half of the day with them? No. So why don't we spend our whole day with doing something?
Well, you're asking the wrong person, because I found my guy at work.
Oh, I see. That's right.
Yeah, but it's great, and the crafting community, you know, is really loving and supporting of each other too. So even when I do have to, you know, go to craft fairs and do things like that, it's a loving community. I get a lot of love.
Really? What? So it's not like going to the bankers convention, huh?
Right, exactly.
Very professional. How much money are you going to make for me today? You know, and I mean, very few people work with their heart, you know, and they're all working with their pocketbook or whatever. And that's why, God, you find something you love, and it may be, you know, just fixing shoes and loving that, or there's quilting that you do, and now you could get up, not only give your love to that child and your partner, but now you could give love to the rest of us in your quilt because you love it so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. And, we donate a percentage of all of our proceeds to Caring for Children
Oh, yeah.
Incorporated, which is an Asheville-based nonprofit organization that helps kids. So we share the love that way too.
Ah, wow. So part of your profit is going to a nonprofit that helps children in trouble, right, in the area. Yeah. And this is in South Carolina? Or what?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, one of those Carolinas, right. I was just in South Carolina twice. That's why, in the last couple of months. Well, that's wonderful.
In Asheville, and they help kids. They do foster care, mental health. They do all kinds of stuff for the kids.
Everything. Yeah. Well, you're a delight and an inspiration for the rest of us to do something you love in life, because then life becomes so much better. And you can do it on $500 or less, right?
Yes, you can.
Right. And to find out about your loving quilts, it's Hey Baby Craft Co. co.com, right? Oh, wonderful. And Maya, I know when you learn to talk, man, you're going to be a killer. Take care. Bye.
See ya.